Aww. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Scotty Karate video. Today we're going to be going over music in the dojo. Should you not? When? Well, we're going to be going over that in today's episode of... Now, there's a few different ways you can use music to enhance your training, but should you? Well, to start things off with, should you have music while you train? Well, yes and no. It depends on the situation, obviously. So, when do I say it's bad to have music? Well, anytime you're in the dojo or studio and you're training and you're being taught something. So, for example, if you're going into class and it's going to be a session where you're going to be learning new material, going over new moves, reiterating things that you've already done, or just straight up learning, oh, I've never done this before, need you to learn this, so on. So, when those scenarios happen, no music. Absolutely none. Not even low in the background. Now, a lot of people, they have a problem with that because they think they concentrate better or they work better with music. And that might be for them. Let's pretend that's 100% true. But it's not for everybody. What it is it's a distraction. And people will be distracted. So we got to think of everybody in the class, not just one person. So when you are introducing music into a training environment, you need to make sure there's no instructions or importance needed that they need to be hearing. Because otherwise, they'll kind of check out and start listening to music. Along with that, I don't think while sparring, or if you're, say, BJJ, I don't think while you're rolling, you should be doing that because it can be distracting. And the last thing you want to do is think about that new Selena Gomez sick beat, and then all of a sudden, out goes the lights. So you need to think about that. In any other circumstance, basically it's okay. So if you're going over material you've already used or already done, and you're just wanting to practice it, music's great. So for example, if you're, say, doing kata or forms, you already know the kata, you already know the form, you're just going out and practicing it. Just need to get reps under you, right? Yeah, put on some tunes. I mean, there's no problem with having a beat, a beat going when you're training and working it out. The only difference I will say that, though, before I get on my tangent, is try not to do the moves to the beat. So if you're sitting there going, and you're going through all your kata going to the beat, one of two things is going to happen. One, it's going to throw off your rhythm of your kata because that's not what it was designed for. So if you're trying to do combos, for example, the combos are going to be different now because you're doing to the beat. Or you're trying to speed up to hit your energizing, song that you're getting to, and you're trying to match it. And say it's a slow kata like Sanshin, and you're not supposed to be going super fast. It's supposed to be slow and methodical. So I would suggest don't do that. So try and keep it separated. Just have it in the background, listen to it, enjoy it, but still focus on what you're doing. The kata is more important than the song. So if you are that person that when they listen to music, they either sing along, they just can't help it. You just can't help it. You just got to sing. Or you're getting into the rhythm of the song versus the rhythm of what you're supposed to be doing, then I would suggest turning it off or putting it to something very different like classical. That way it's actually in the background and you kind of can separate the music from what you're doing. But on a normal day, if you're just working out, this is a prime example. If you're at home and you're just wanting to go hit the bag, or you're just wanting to put some reps in on some, kicks, punches, forms, katas, whatever you're doing, and you just want to put some reps in, hell yeah. Pull out your boombox, set it down, start cranking some jams. But just know that you want it to be not the focus of what you're doing, but the conclusion, what you had to help it. So when you're training, I do suggest music in certain situations, like I explained, but in most I don't. Now, I have been in dojos where I have been in the situation where they had background music. I've had some where there's just like the top 40 channel on the radio, and I've had some where it's very traditional, like Japanese instrument playing in the background. Honestly, I found it all weird. I never really got into it. Wasn't my bag.
I don't even know what this is. This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
I would get in there, I would start practicing, I would start training, and either I, one, couldn't hear them, and I had to do a lot of, what'd you say? What do you mean? Which is annoying for an instructor. If you are an instructor, trust me, having to repeat yourself needlessly it's just irritating. But when you have music in the background, it feels more like you're doing, it adds so much more to what you're doing instead of focusing on what you should be. So I'm just not a fan of it personally. So unless I'm just in the back, hitting the bag or putting some reps in kata, like I said, I don't ever use music. I don't use headphones or, a boombox or nothing. So it's up to you. But as a school, I personally don't think you should have a radio. You shouldn't be listening to music. You should be listening to the instructor and your partner, because if they say you're doing some wrist lock, for example, and you have the music banging, and all of a sudden you can't really hear your partner, they're expressing that they're done, that's starting to hurt. That's a problem, right? So it's just my thoughts on it. If you have a different idea, please let me know, because I'd love to know your ideas on what is a good time to use music in training. But those are mine. That's what I think. That's what I've come across in my life. I don't use it unless I have 100% just me time. So, what do you think of the video? Did you like it? If so, please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell in the corner so you know my videos are posted each week. And, as always, the more you train, easier the fight.